Hello and welcome back to the Timeout Corner Podcast. My name is JJ and I'll be hosting alongside my glorious co-host, Brett.
Hello.
Hello, Brett.
I'm Brett.
How was your day, Brett?
Pretty good.
Good.
A little tired, but made it through.
Pretty warm.
To relax. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not as warm as the weekend, but...
Yeah, true. I'm excited for the weekend. It's Wednesday as we're recording.
What about you?
What?
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just been working. Trying to stay as cold as possible. Because, it's hot.
Do you get to cool off in water at all?
I didn't, but I had the opportunity to, but I did not. Unfortunately. Next time.
Can't believe you, man.
I know. I would like to preface from last week. I did a lot of trash talking of Elden Ring. I have since repurchased it, played quite a bit, and very fun game. So I would like to withdraw my comments.
He's a new man.
I'm a new man. I'm changed. I've decided to suffer for the. That's it. It's a really difficult game.
Nothing else needs to be said.
It's quite fun.
Have you gotten to the DLC yet?
No, I'm waiting to beat base game, and then I'll purchase the DLC if I want to suffer more.
Nice.
If not, I'll just move on. Alright, let's get into it. First up, I got a article here from ABC News. 2-year-old Arizona girl dies after dad leaves her in car during triple-digit heat. Yeah. A 2-year-old girl has died after her father left her in a hot car in Arizona where residents were enduring triple-digit temperatures, according to authorities. The father was running errands with his daughter when he returned home Tuesday afternoon. He allegedly, knowingly, left the 2-year-old in the car. The police officer on the scene told ABC News. He left the car running and air conditioning on. I did not know that. That's interesting. How did the daughter pass away?
All the way on?
I don't know. It says he left the car running, air conditioning on. The dad went into the house, and then he returned to the car between 30 and 60 minutes later. Then the car was off when he returned to the car.
Oh, it's an auto stop.
Man. The 2-year-old was unresponsive, and the dad called 911. The police officer said she was taken to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. The temperature reached a scorching 111 degrees on that day.
Oh. That's why you leave the key in the car.
He left the keys in.
You don't think he did?
He had. Oh, I guess unless it was a push button.
If it's a button start,
that's
it's
fair.
easy to forget the keys. But
yeah, I forgot.
Well, actually, no. Some, if you just don't move at all for 30-ish minutes, they'll shut off automatically.
Even with the keys?
Even with the keys. Yeah.
Maybe that was it then. Yeah, because that doesn't. I mean, I understand it was definitely unintentional on his part because he did leave it running.
If you're going into a house, take the kid with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That is odd.
Yeah, I understand if you're like in a store or something.
It just it describes it as a house, but previously it says that he was running errands, so I don't know exactly what that means. The police called the death a, quote, heat-related tragedy. No charges have been filed at this time, but charges have not been ruled out. So they could charge the father with something. Like, I would assume recklessness, maybe? Maybe,
I don't know.
I mean,
he
did leave it running.
Yeah. But at least check up.
Yeah, an hour, or close to an hour.
That's a long time to be out in a car alone, especially if it's a 2-year-old.
Yeah, a 2-year-old. Yeah, I don't understand leaving your 2-year-old in the car under any situations. 2-year-old's pretty young.
Even if it's in like one of those car seat things.
True. Yeah.
Still,
yeah, and I don't see the circumstance where that would be. Like, unless you're going in for like a court hearing, maybe.
No. No, I would
Take
take
the baby to
the
court with
kid
you?
into the court area. Yeah.
Okay. If you're going to jail,
Then
if you're going into a house to commit a crime, I would leave my 2-year-old in the car because I wouldn't want
I would
to subject
teach
the
him
young
early.
guys. You would teach them the crime?
Teach him early, you know?
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Pass it down.
Interviews are underway. The police are looking for surveillance videos in the neighborhood. To find what?
Yeah, I don't know. At the very most, it's manslaughter.
Yeah.
I doubt he meant to kill his own kid by putting it in a car and baking it.
That would be shocking. That would be wild.
Yeah.
It says at least 9 children have died in hot cars so far this year.
Yeah.
And since 1990, at least 1,093 children have died.
Yeah.
About 88% of those kids are 3 years or younger. I'm surprised it's not more, considering how dumb people are. But I'm glad it's not more. But I'm surprised. I figured it'd be a little bit more than 1,000.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it's not, obviously, because I do not support children dying.
Sure.
Anything else you'd like to say on the matter?
No, I'm good. That's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. Rest in peace to the 2-year-old female. And let's hope the father changes something in his life. He probably will.
Get an older car.
Yeah.
That doesn't shut off
Be
automatically.
careful for the next kid, you know what I mean?
Try again.
He might try again. Maybe he could sue the car.
He could, maybe.
Yeah, because most cars have like a airbag sensor to tell if there's people in the passenger seat. So that way if you get into a crash.
It can detect if somebody's in the car.
Yeah.
Normally.
It might be different for an infant, but normally,
Yeah,
it can
it's
detect
pretty light.
people. It's a little bit bizarre.
I would say saving gas versus...
Oh, yeah. Because he had to leave it running the whole time, you know what I mean? So it was going to be taking up fuel. Unless you drive one of those stupid electric cars.
That's why a lot of car companies, that's why they have automatic shutoff. Is to stop burning gas if it doesn't need to.
It's probably a Tesla.
Teslas aren't most of them fully electric?
Yes. But they're also smart cars. That's the kind of car that would shut itself off. If anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anything else you'd like to say on the matter?
Maybe just leave a window open.
Yeah, just crack the window. Well, because then the AC will leak out, though.
Yeah, but if it shuts off,
even better,
then it's not going to be hotter inside the car than outside.
True. Even better, just take the kid with you. He was in a neighborhood, it said. He wasn't going into like a Walmart.
Yeah, and if you're going to be spending an hour inside, then...
Yeah.
Sure.
That's just bizarre, for being honest. Did you have an article that you had prepared?
I had one
Okay.
that was kind of stupid and feels strange immediately after child death, but...
This is the Timeout Corner Podcast for you. Child death.
I have...
whatever you're talking about.
Treadmill shoes set to boost the world of VR gaming. You've seen the weird treadmill mats, but now we have treadmill shoes.
That is interesting, actually. I do have a picture pulled up. I will switch so that way the viewers can indeed see the picture. You can see it right here.
Each shoe has 2 motorized 4-wheeled modules that can pivot relative to the rest of the shoe.
So
in other words,
turn
they're
to the side
roller
and stuff.
skate,
Yeah.
pretty much, but fancy.
That is... actually looks kind of cool, I'm going to be honest. They're pretty sleek.
It looks dumb. Looks like you have 2 like Game Boys strapped to your feet.
Oh, wait. I see 2 different images. I see one with like a light blue background up towards the top, and then you scroll down a little bit more, it's like they're like dusty. Like they look so much worse.
The blue one looks okay.
Yeah.
The top one looks like Game Boy's duct tape to
Yeah,
somebody's
that's the
foot.
one that's below the blue one. The blue one it looks pretty sleek, and then the one underneath it is like, okay, what are we doing here? You know?
Yeah. They have little power switches on the sides of them.
Oh.
You see that?
You just reach down and just flip it real quick. It's like a lamp.
Oh.
Dude.
They need to work on the cosmetic
design
a little bit, but you know.
Ooh, you see the price?
No.
Right underneath that bottom picture.
$1,000. Or wait, sorry. Prototype. The prototype is about $5,000 a pair.
Dude.
Consumer modules to be released next year at a price of $1,000.
Man.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I'll
use a joystick.
I can think it's for real. I'll just turn my body.
Yeah.
There's so many things you can buy with $1,000 other than these, or $5,000 for the prototype.
Yeah, well, don't buy the prototype. That's for sure.
No, especially
not sure if it works, and
and 5 times
it's
the price.
so much more expensive. Yeah.
Are you a big VR gamer, Red?
Not really.
You dabble.
I like it.
It's fun, yes.
It's fun.
Not enough to buy some shoes.
I'm just waiting for it to get kind of to the point of being as polished as
you want
like
Ready Player One. Ready Player One vibes.
I do. I want it. Yes. I want it now, but I don't have it. So they just kind of feel
Elden Ring in VR.
I do. There's a mod for it.
There is a mod. Yeah, it's really hard to get, and you have to play with the controller still.
Nah, it's not worth it.
But it does look pretty.
Elden Ring is meant to be played not first person, third person.
Yeah. Could you imagine a first person Souls-like? Like in that Souls-like, but From Software?
If it was done with the intention of that being the final product, I think they could do a good job. But
they make some quality games. You have to admit.
They do. They're very well thought out, very polished. Mostly.
Yeah, they do know mostly.
Now I'm thinking back on all the weird glitches and all the exploits. Yeah. They make fun games. They make fun games.
I've heard.
Who?
The guy who makes them, the CEO of the company.
No, he hasn't beat a lot of the games yet.
That's wild. That's wild. It would almost be like recording a podcast and then not watching it. Or listening to it. Bread.
Crazy.
I know. Do you know anybody who would do that?
No.
I think I do.
Can't think of anybody.
I might know somebody.
No?
Yeah. They're very similar to you, I would say. They're like, it's like the same person. I bet you would look at them and feel like looking into a mirror. Anyway, moving on.
I'm sorry.
Moving on to anything else to say on the VR shoes other than let's not buy them?
I maybe $200 and all. You can think about it and then not do it.
If the viewers donate $5,000, we'll buy them. But here's the catch. Good luck, because there's no way to donate to us.
If you find a way to donate to us.
If you can find a way to donate and then you donate the $5,000, we will get a hold of them. But
if you send it to our location, $5,000
$5,000
unmarked envelope
in a cash. Well, it has to have our address.
No, they bring it them.
Oh, they bring it themselves.
They bring it themselves. Yeah.
But also, if you show up, we will kill you. Anyway.
Moving on, I guess, huh?
Moving on, yeah. Kill you in Mortal Kombat. We'll challenge you to Mortal Kombat.
Mm.
Then we'll.
If you win, you get the $5,000.
The 5,000 they're donating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll let you keep it.
Okay. Wouldn't they just lose on purpose?
What?
Wouldn't they just lose on purpose to give us the money?
Oh, you're fighting the viewer.
Yes. We wouldn't kill them in real life if they showed up to our location. We'd kill them in Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
So why would they want to, if they're trying to donate
I thought you meant like Mortal Kombat as into the death when they show up with their money.
Yeah, we have a full-scale Mortal Kombat ring, actually.
Okay.
We practice on it sometimes. I've ripped his spine out so many times.
Dude, the surgeries I had to get.
Yeah. It's not even his spine. It's just
I've just got like...
It's just like a child.
A bendy straw for a spine pretty much right now.
Yeah, it's made out of methane. It's experimental. Let's see. Next article I got here. This one was requested to be spoken about by a viewer. Shout out to Alfie I think he also requested one last week.
I think he's just our only viewer.
He is, but I mean, hey, he keeps requesting them. He's watching. I view it. If that counts.
For participating, Alfie.
Yes. Shout out to Alfie.
No, it doesn't.
The legend. The legend Alfie, who been here since day zero. This comes from ABC News. Evacuation orders issued for latest California wildfire amid scorching heat wave. This article was uploaded July 5th. As of recording, it is July 10th. And we just hit the end of the heat wave. I think, according to the weather, we're supposed to start dropping again, which I'm excited for, because that was rough. It wasn't as rough as other areas. Or was it?
I mean, I was inside and it was rough.
I mean, states. Certain states, like Arizona got up to like 111. But we could be...
I thought Arizona got up to like 128.
No, that was...
Oh, no, that was Nevada.
Yeah. And California in certain areas. California, Death Valley actually reached a new record.
Yeah.
Like 128 or 127 or something like that. It was massive.
How do you even survive in that?
I don't think you do. I think you...
You can't go outside, pretty much.
Yeah, I think you would die. We will...
Like...
What's the highest temp a person can survive? What's that? It said 95 degrees, but I don't think that's true. Yeah, 95 degrees.
Celsius?
No, 35 Celsius. Says...
It was 95 today.
We're built different. The highest temperature a person can endure is a wet bulb temperature of 95. Beyond wet bulb, so just like direct heat. Like, if you had like a laser, if that was 95 degrees pointed at you, you would die. I don't know. It's Google. It doesn't make any sense. Beyond the threshold, the human body simply cannot survive due to the inability to regulate temperature effectively. So basically, like, if you're like in an oven.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just constant heat with no other form of... Like, the highest temperature is 95.
Isn't that just going outside, though?
No, because you got the breeze. You got some shade every now and then. The wind will blow.
So if you're in a box...
Yeah, if you're in a box, like, yeah, for example, the 2-year-old from earlier, that would be a example. If you're in a car, and that car gets
getting into your car, it's a lot hotter than inside. I didn't die on my way home, you know?
You have AC though, don't you? Or windows roll down?
It wasn't on for the first,
down?
like, 5 minutes, for sure.
Yeah.
Are they saying long term?
I don't know. Oh, after it says a young person will die after enduring 6 hours of 95 degrees, coupled with 100% humidity.
So why wouldn't they do higher degrees with lower humidity?
I don't know. This doesn't make any sense. This is just what Google is. I don't know. Moving on to the requested article that we originally were going to cover.
Before we got off topic.
Sorry about that, Alvin. Evacuation orders issued for latest California wildlife amid scorching heat wave. Evacuation orders have been issued in Central California, the latest among more than a dozen blazes burning in the state amid a scorching heat wave. So wildfires. One of them was this one. It was referred to as the French Fire, is what they named it. I do not know why. Near Yosemite National Park has burned. Yosemite.
I've called it Yosemite too. Just reading it.
I just hate the English language, to be honest.
Yeah.
Why they gotta spell it like that? You know what I mean? That's on them. If we're being honest.
It's true.
Okay. It burned more than 900 acres since erupting on Thursday. This was the 5th. This was Sunday. So on Sunday, it had gone 900 acres in 3 days. And was 20% contained as of writing this article. Residents of parts of that county have been ordered to evacuate due to the fire, impacting approximately 1,100 people, according to the sheriff's office. Fire crews worked to establish a fire line around the eastern side of the community overnight and are focusing firefighting efforts on that side. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. I would assume fireworks.
Yeah, that seems about right.
If I had to guess.
It started on... Well, they said it started on Thursday, right?
Yeah, but not this Thursday. This was... The article was written on the 5th, so that would have been
a
few days before the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
fireworks.
I don't know. A few days before the 4th. I would understand if it started on the 4th.
That's true. I mean, people maybe just got too eager.
It's like, I gotta just set off one.
I want to explode it. Just come on. Gotta get that high.
Yeah, maybe it was like camping or something. I don't know. A lot of people went out for the...
I mean, for all we know, a chain hit the pavement and caused a spark. You know what I mean? I mean, it was like 111 degrees, anything.
Or an engine, or...
Yeah. I mean, we're just assuming fireworks because people are terrible.
Yeah. It's a lot of causes.
Elsewhere, the Thompson Fire in Butte County has burned more than 3,700 acres and was only 46% contained. 25 structures have been destroyed by the fire, and 3 firefighters sustained heat-related injuries while battling it. That's not bad odds for the firefighters. Only 3 for over a 3,000-acre fire? That's kind of impressive.
Ideally, it would be none. But...
Well, yeah, but they kind of knew what they were signing up for. Firefighters continue to strengthen contaminant and control lines. The fire burns as hot and dry conditions in the region are expected to continue into early next week, and they did. I can confirm because we're reading this from the future. The California Governor Gavin Newsom proclaimed a state of emergency in Butte County due to the Thompson Fire on Wednesday, the day after it ignited, the largest burn state in the largest active burn fire in the state. The Bassin Fire in the Sierra National Forest has burned more than 14,000 acres. And it was 46% contained. So no wonder that they're evacuating. That's 3 fires scaling from 600 acres to 14,000 acres.
California is just always on fire, dude.
It is. That's true.
Every year.
It's
or something. Yeah.
More than 1,300 fire crews have been battling the blaze in steep, rugged terrain. The U.S. Forest Service said extreme heat and dry conditions anticipated over the next few days could fuel the growth. The cause of that fire remains under investigation.
All 3 fires?
Yes. No, they don't know any of it. anything else?
How is there any trees left in California?
That is a good question. They must. It's probably because of all the hippies and liberals planting the trees. Like, I don't want to say like Democrats specifically, but the people of the liberal mindset that are Democrat leaning probably plant trees. You know, the tree huggers, one would say. That's probably why.
It's all their fault.
Oh yes. No, it's not their fault. It's a good thing. Otherwise, California would just be a barren wasteland.
More so than it is now?
Yes. The hippies and the liberals are what is holding that state together, I would say. But also, probably tearing it apart. Anything else you'd like to say on the matter?
That's a lot of fire.
It is a lot of fire. Could you imagine, like, flying over California, taking a plane? You feel like you'd be like a... Like,
I don't think you could.
Running your hand over like a fire.
But there'd be so much smoke.
Would you get cooked from the inside? Oh, probably. Be like a...
You get cooked.
Like when you wrap a potato in a tinfoil and put it in the fire? Yeah. We'd be the potatoes.
Pretty much. The firefighters would be the potatoes, really.
Yeah.
That's probably what that happened.
Yeah,
they got cooked.
They didn't die. There were only 3 people out of a 14,000 acre fire, and a 3,000 acre fire, and a 600 acre fire. Only 3 people got like a little bit burned. That's not bad.
Nah, it didn't say how bad the burns were.
Yeah.
Just burn-related injuries.
Well, it didn't say they were in the hospital, though.
I'd assume they would be, but I don't know.
Nah, just rub some dirt.
I wouldn't want to be a firefighter.
No, me either. I respect firefighters, I will say. They do good. All right, now I got a couple would you rather questions.
Okay.
Let's see. First up here, would you rather be as tall as you are wide, or as wide as you are tall? That is by current dimensions.
In what way would you be wide?
I would say shoulders, because that's
shoulders.
Unless you have freakishly large hips, because I think your shoulders are probably your broadest part. But for all I know, with that camera, your hips are like 10 feet wide. You got them thick hips.
I do.
Yeah, those hips don't lie. Anyway.
I would rather be probably as wide as I am tall.
Really? I guess you're...
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That'd be weird.
To be that short? Like...
No.
A foot and a half? No, the other option.
Other option. You said you want to be as wide as you are tall. So that means if you're 6 feet tall, you're also 6 feet wide.
Yeah. The other option is bad, because you'd be like freakishly short.
That's true, but you get disability.
You probably get disability if you
That's true.
6 feet wide, too.
You really... So, you got shoulder to shoulder. When you turn to the side, do you think that is also 6 feet wide? Or do you think that's normal? And you can just turn sideways and walk through doors?
I think it would be all around.
So you just be 6 feet, just a big 6 foot radius. Dude, imagine reaching your arm out. Your arm would probably be 6 feet each, too. No, that doesn't make sense.
Nah.
Yeah. That would be weird, though. I agree, though. I would want to be like a foot tall. Or consider if I'm like a foot. I don't even think I'm a foot wide. I'd be like...
I'm imagining the guy from Elden Ring.
Which one?
Skin guy.
Oh, yeah, for real.
That's what I'm imagining now.
Yeah, so. That's how wide we would be. Big boys. Next up, would you rather shake hands with yourself every time you meet... Wait.
What?
Would you rather have to shake hands with yourself every time you meet someone? Okay, so you meet someone, you shake your own hand instead of theirs. That'd be really awkward. Or offer your foot to them as a handshake.
Foot. Puts you in a position of
power.
Dominance. They don't know what to do with that.
I would do hand because I could just explain it afterwards. I mean, oh, sorry, I have this weird thing I do. Foot.
You could say that about the foot too.
Yeah,
oh, I'm sorry. There's this weird thing I have to do as you're peeling off your socks. It's all sweaty.
Yeah. How many people you really think? Like, say you meet 10 people out of those 10. How many do you think would shake your foot?
I would say like 4.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can see 4.
Depends.
I can imagine 4.
Yeah. It's just whether you want them shaking your foot or not is the question.
That's true.
Of those 4 people, which one's the creep? You know?
Yeah, you with the foot or the person who's willingly shaking your foot? I feel like if you get like a businessman, you're shaking the businessman's hand, he'll do it because he'll just that'll be his way to take power because most people will turn it away.
True.
We'll do one more and then an article. Would you rather be baby birded by a stranger every time you eat, or only eat cat food for the rest of your life?
So like regurgitating food.
A stranger, a different stranger every time. They chew up your food, spit it in your mouth, or you only eat cat food for the rest of your life. Wet.
I would honestly take the stranger doing that.
You have a grown man chewing up and regurgitating food into your mouth every time you want to eat a meal.
Dude, cat food is so bad.
Yeah, but chewed up human food is warm.
Yeah.
And mushy, and you get some spit, and they're spitting in your mouth.
Dude, I would honestly take that over cat food.
You're a freak.
Have you seen cat? Are we talking dry or wet cat food?
We'll say both. We'll say either. You can switch it up. More variety. Dry or wet, but not like...
Both are disgusting.
They are both disgusting.
More so than...
just a stranger? You don't know what's been in that dude's mouth.
Yeah.
You just...
It's worth it.
Is it?
If it's really good food.
You don't know that. It doesn't matter how it tastes.
Oh, it's whatever food you were gonna have. You just, hey, can you mind chewing this up for me and spit it into my mouth?
Again, who's the creep in the scenario? The person who's spitting the food in your mouth, or you? That's the question.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
I mean,
you're accepting food that somebody was chewing up in their mouth, dude.
That's so gross.
I would bet over cat food.
It's still vile. Both are vile.
That's a terrible question.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a terrible. I mean, it's a good question. But you gotta think about it. This is every bite.
Yeah.
It's a different person every time. Not every bite, but every meal.
Every bite?
No, every meal. It's just
hey,
strange.
sometimes it'll be better than others, right?
What do you mean by that?
Who knows?
You do.
Well, I'm not telling them.
You're not telling the viewers? They deserve to know.
I don't feel like
if they're with us this far, honestly. What is this, episode 9, 8?
I have no idea. I lost track a long time ago.
Let me check. I also have no idea. Let me see. It looks like it is episode 8. No, this is episode 9.
Well,
yeah, I'm impressed we made it this far. I'm gonna be honest.
Almost our episode 10 anniversary.
This is 9?
Yeah.
That's actually perfect because episode 10 anniversary we have something special being cooked up. I will say, I won't say what, but the next episode might be a special one for the 10th anniversary.
JJ's gonna murder me live.
Yes. I've actually been in his closet the whole time.
That's one of the backgrounds at Discord.
Yeah, if you notice the first few episodes I was in a shed, that was his shed. Now I'm in his closet, I've just been getting closer. Episode 10, I'm closing the distance for the final time.
He's encroaching.
Yep. You'll be able to watch it live. Not live, but you'll be able to watch it after being edited and recorded a few days later.
Give the people what they want.
Live?
Yeah.
Yes, if I ever kill Brad, I will do it live.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you never died of cancer, I'm televising it. And I would hope you would do the same to me.
Yeah? Alright.
Start a GoFundMe and then take all the money and don't use it for doctor stuff, but buy your own stuff.
Just like waste it all in crack and scratches.
But don't even use the crack. Just give it to homeless people.
No, just
throw the money.
That's my generosity.
Throw the money in the streets and cause an economy crash.
With $10,000.
Or
we never said how much is?
Yeah, it's just a GoFundMe. So just
okay.
go like as much as you can, and then just crash the economy for fun.
$7 trillion billion, dude.
Yeah, just giving it to random people.
I'd buy the asteroid.
Yeah. Callback. Speaking of callbacks, this next article is the.
You were so excited.
You set me up unknowingly. I love that. Speaking of callbacks, this next article comes from NBC News. Okay, I will say I saw this article. I was giddy with excitement. Baltimore Bridge collapse survivor details how he climbed onto floating concrete to await rescue. That's right, folks. The thing that kicked this podcast off, the Baltimore Bridge incident. We've gone full circle. Episode 9. We're back talking about it all over again. This time, we have actual accounts from one of the people who was on the bridge. And guess what? We got him to get on the... No, I'm just kidding. We're interviewing him live. No, we're not that famous. I don't think we're famous at all.
We're famous in Alfie's heart.
Yes, Alfie. We're famous to him.
Love you, Alfie.
Thank you, Alfie. If it wasn't for you, what would we? We would be just two idiots talking to no one. Now we're just two idiots talking to you.
We're two idiots talking to somebody.
Yeah, yeah. That's a step up. That's a step up. That's the difference between my everyday life and when I record the podcast. Somebody's actually listening for the podcast.
You just get ignored the rest of the time.
No, I just talk to myself.
Oh, okay.
And my other personalities. Okay. It says Julio Suarez. It's a Mexican last name, so I'm not Mexican.
Suarez.
I don't speak Mexican. That's all I'm gonna say. I only speak American. Endured the unthinkable when a 100,000 plus ton cargo ship, as referenced in previous episodes, crashed into a bridge, also referenced in previous episodes, he was working on, collapsing the critical structure and sending him tumbling into the dark, unforgiving waters below. We'll call him Julio, because I don't want to try to pronounce his Mexican last name. 37-year-old Julio was one of the 7 construction workers. Of course, he was a construction worker. Who had been fixing potholes on the bridge when it went crumbling down into the river on the early morning hours of March 26th. Man, March is when we started the podcast?
Yeah.
Man.
10 weeks.
Wow. It's incredible. The men who were all Mexican, believe it or not, Mexican construction workers, who would have thought, including his nephew and brother-in-law and friends he had known for years, they were all on break inside their cars. Some inside their cars, others in construction vehicles when the bridge fell. That was one of the facts I'm pretty sure we couldn't get right, was if any of them were in the car or if they were on their feet. That answers it right there, somewhere in their cars and somewhere in construction vehicles. Julio, who spoke exclusively to NBC for the first time since the bridge collapsed, and he saw his family members and friends disappear to the river one by one, knowing he was next. Wow.
Bang.
Yeah. Was he just on the top or something? Was he the last one in?
Or
is this just dramatic writing?
Probably.
Yeah.
The dark, unforgiving waters.
Watching them disappear one by one, knowing he was next. His nephew, Carlos, whom he considered a son, was the first to fall. That's his nephew. That's sad. In what he thought were his final moments, he turned to God, he said, quote, "I thanked God for the family he gave me. I asked him to take care of my wife and kids, and I asked for forgiveness for everything I've done," end quote. Julio said in Spanish, his voice breaking. Of course he's emotional, I'm sure he watched all the I think he's the only survivor.
The only one they found, at least. I don't know if they found the other.
Wait, no, I'm saying the only survivor. Do you think the other people just out living lives somewhere else?
Oh, yeah. Like no, they're underwater.
Oh,
they're hanging out.
Oh, my bad. They're living in the water. They're fish people, fish Mexicans.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a joke. I won't say it.
I'm curious.
I'll bleep it out. They're living up to the name Wetback. You think I should bleep that out?
I don't know.
I'll think about it. I'll get some second opinions. Okay, I'm going to switch over to an image of him. Here he is. This is Julio, the sole survivor of the Baltimore Bridge incident. Okay, it says Julio was the only person to survive the fall into the water. He was in his truck when the bridge went down. As the truck slammed into the river, Julio said the water, quote, "came up to my neck." That's probably terrifying because you're in the car. He said he was unable to open the doors to escape. He manually rolled down the vehicle's window. See, thank goodness, this is the second scenario where an old vehicle could have or had saved someone's life. Because if that was an old truck for that 2-year-old, the 2-year-old would be alive listening to the podcast right now.
Of course.
So he manually rolled down the window. And for the younger audience who don't know what that means, shame on you. He rolled down the window to exit, swallowing water as his truck became completely filled and sank to the bottom. Quote, "That's when I realized what happened. I looked at the bridge and it was no longer there." Man, imagine that experience, coming up to the surface and the bridge just being gone.
I think we'd just be kind of in shock.
Yeah, that's true. You probably couldn't process it in the moment. He said he had seen his companions as they fell, quote, "and how the water covered them," he said. "I started to call out to each one of them by name, but no one answered me. There was only silence, darkness, and cold." Man, this is heavier than the 2-year-old article. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Julio, who cannot swim. That's super unfortunate.
Yeah.
Why was he working on a bridge? That's my question.
That's probably the only job he could get.
That's racist.
It's construction, dude. Not really most people's first choice.
He managed to climb onto a piece of floating concrete from the wreckage, where he waited until he was rescued. He was taken to a hospital with a chest wound and released the same day. That's incredible. Another surviving worker. So he was the only. I thought he was the only survivor. I think he was the only survivor who went into the water.
Maybe.
I think the other one was just
washed. I think they found some other people.
Oh, okay.
Watch.
What are you
What
gonna
was
do?
he supposed to do?
Yeah. You gotta
catch it, dude.
You drink all the water.
Ah.
Obviously, if you drink it all, then they can't drown.
He was supposed to hijack the boat, and
yeah, he's supposed to jump on, punch the pilot, take away his liquor.
Oh, yeah.
He was supposed to reverse time.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to shift the fabric of reality to save his friends' lives. Shame on that guy
He could just
for not doing that.
blow up the bridge the day before.
He should have flown. He should have ran over there really fast and grabbed them all, one by one.
Yeah.
Better idea. He should have taken a giant trampoline, put it in the water below them, and then they boom bounce back up on the shore. Honestly, with all these options, I'm surprised this individual did not do more.
Could have just gotten a bunch of scuba equipment.
Yeah, gave them all to him.
Cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. He could have hired a whale to eat them and store the people into the whale's stomach cavity. before the whale blew it out of the blowhole on the shore where they were safe and sound. But this man just did nothing. He just watched.
This is this man's fault.
Society. Julio still has physical pain in his chest and his left knee and foot. Understandable. You fell off of a collapsing bridge. The emotional toll is something that will stay with him for the rest of his life. That's
also understandable.
Also, that's even more understandable. That's really, yeah. He, quote, I relive it all the time. The minutes before I fall and when I'm falling, end quote. He is haunted by the fact that he told his nephew to go to his car and rest. That's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quote, if I had told him to come with me, maybe it would have been different. Maybe he would be here with us. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the stages of grief, though. So I think he'll get over it. Considering.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, I would hope so. Yeah, Julio. If you're listening to this, stay strong, buddy.
Do we have to speak Spanish from?
No, you speak Spanish. Stay strong, amigo.
He's fluent.
Yeah. Taco, burrito. He said justice to him would be for all those responsible to, quote, pay for the damage they have done, because I know that money is not going to buy a hug from a father or a son.
Jeez.
Yeah, goodness. They got some good quotes for this article, I will say.
I did.
He said he sees the children of his brother-in-law, Alejandro Hernandez, and quote, I see how much they miss their dad, end quote. He sees how much his sister-in-law misses her husband. Julio says that the driver of the cargo ship, quote, destroyed 6 families.
Yeah.
The National Transportation Safety Board determined in a preliminary report released in May that the cargo ship was lost power and propulsion. So it was just kind of drifting, it says. So that's what they determined, was that it wasn't manually driven in. It simply lost power and kind of floated into it.
Mm.
And yeah, that's all the article says. So.
Do they know why?
No, it doesn't. I mean, if they do, they didn't say. But man, what a situation. Anything else?
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to say on the matter?
No pressure.
I mean,
I don't think there is really anything I can say on that.
I mean, all I have to say is, I mean, we're nobody to the families, obviously, but if the families do hear this, we're sorry for your losses, and we feel for you. Also, stay away from bridges. Get a different job. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. Feel bad for laughing about it.
I mean, we didn't laugh about the. Oh, you mean in the first episode?
We did.
In the first episode or this episode?
First episode.
Yeah. We were young and naive.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we did not. Also, though, to be fair, in the first episode, it had happened so swiftly, we did not know if there had been any casualties yet. For all we knew, the bridge just kind of collapsed. Knowing now that there are casualties, our hearts go out to the victims.
Yeah.
And
we know more about the situation.
We do know more, and I feel bad for Julio. He didn't. I doubt he deserves to go through that. What he's gone through, losing all the people.
Yeah, probably not. No.
Man, that's a tough one to follow up.
Yeah, it's like it would be disrespectful to go into.
Yeah, it does.
So would you rather?
Yeah, no. After that, would you rather? Really? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, again, we can't express how much we feel for the victims affected and all the families and everything. If you're listening, we're trying to voice it, but I don't know how. Anyway, this next article comes from Fox News. Church gives away AR-15 as part of 4th of July raffle.
Classic.
Yeah, fun church activities.
Mm-hmm.
It says...
Where was this at?
Tennessee.
Okay.
A church in Tennessee held a raffle over 4th of July weekend to give away an AR-15. That was the whole point of the raffle, just the AR-15.
That's the only prize?
I don't know yet, but I think... Oh, no, one of the mini giveaways.
Oh, okay.
That's just the only one worth reporting, I guess. The raffle was part of the holiday celebrations, according to a report. The pastor named Todd told the news that the AR-15 was one of the many giveaways of the church, and he thought it was appropriate since it was in honor of Independence Day.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
And it's Tennessee.
It is Tennessee. Yeah, I see no problem. Todd said this isn't the first time the church has held a gun raffle. He also said that the winner must pass a background check before receiving the AR-15. Understandable. Members of the congregation are no strangers when it comes to firearms. A sign over the door of the church reads, quote, "Warning, this is not a gun-free zone. We are armed. Any attempt to disrupt or harm will be dealt with in an overwhelming display of force." What a sign. Oh, I can see it. That's excellent. It says, "Welcome to the River of Tri-Cities Church. Warning, we are not a gun-free zone." That is what a good sign for the church. Especially considering churches are fairly targeted for unfortunate shootings and situations like that. So I support guns in churches unless they're used for shootings. I support nice guns in churches. How about that? I will say guns do not kill people.
Friendly guns.
Guns do not kill people. People kill people. So, using guns, primarily. Probably primarily. I don't know.
I would think cars. I would think cars would be the major.
Let's see. Should we word this?
Accidental.
Accidental. Accidental. So manslaughter?
Yeah.
What's the... Yeah, murder would be guns, I would assume. What's the main cause of manslaughter in the USA?
I think DUI.
Let's just give me the description of manslaughter. Most people relate manslaughter caused by driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So yeah, it is mainly that. Okay, let's see. Let's go murder. What is the main cause? It is... does say. It says mostly guns, but it also goes into greater detail on like location and stuff. But it says mostly guns. It's hard to find just a straight answer. I'd have to read like an entire article.
Handguns are by far the most common murder weapon used in the United States, accounting for 7,936 homicides in 2022.
Wow.
Yeah. It's all the gang activities, dude.
All them African American individuals. Anything else you'd like to say on the matter of the Tennessee church?
No, it's pretty.
I think it's cool.
I would enter that raffle.
You'd enter it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Can't own the gun, but I'd enter.
Almost. You could almost own a AR-15.
Almost. Get in there.
I just outed your age for the viewers. I can believe it if you want.
No. That's...
Let them know.
Mm-hmm.
They deserve it. I mean, our one viewer, you mean?
Yeah.
Probably already knows your age.
Probably knows a lot about him.
He does.
One him too.
Oh yeah. Okay, we got. Let's see here. Let me check the time. Yeah, we got time. Let's do some more would you rather questions now that we've gotten over the Julio bridge incident that I just brought back up.
Bring me back there.
Oh, this is a dark place. Yeah, again, I cannot voice enough.
Yeah.
Julio. Yeah. Sorry for your losses. Would you rather wear 3 hats at all times or never wear socks?
It's so bad going from that.
What do you want to talk about? That's all we got. We can talk about a dude being dismembered. I have an article on that. If that's a sock.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. What was the question? I'm sorry. I was zooming out.
Would you rather wear 3 hats? You were thinking about Julio. Would you rather wear 3 hats at all times or never wear socks at all?
Hats.
Really? I agree. It doesn't specify what kind, but
raw.
Yeah, it's just gross.
It's nasty.
I agree. Would you rather only be able to speak in riddles or have to sing every sentence?
Riddles.
You have to think of the riddles, though.
So?
Think of a riddle right now. Exactly. You know how long sentences would take as opposed to just singing them?
Do you know how loud and disgusting singing would be?
You don't have to do it loud. You can do lower.
It's creepier lower.
It is. What do you want to eat for dinner?
You're just like cackling yourself in a corner singing.
That leads me to a thought I had. I didn't write this down, but you just reminded me. Imagine if your entire internal monologue was impossible to keep in your head. Like you spoke it. And that doesn't mean you can stop thinking. That means every thought that goes through your head you say. You know how wild that would be?
It would
end friendships.
It would.
In my case. I don't know about you.
It would definitely...
It would be terrible.
Have consequences, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go eat dinner now. Okay. You know, that would just be... Especially if you're the only one. That'd be terrible. I was just thinking about that the other day as I was looking at the ceiling.
I wonder if that's a thing.
Like
somebody feels compelled to say everything they think, yeah.
It might be. I mean, I think it's called autism.
Fair enough.
Next, would you rather question? Would you rather accidentally swallow a spider or accidentally swallow a moth?
Moth.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd rather swallow a spider because moths are dusty.
I just have like a aversion to spiders.
Not a phobia, but an aversion.
It was a phobia in my younger years. It's still kind of a phobia to me now.
But you're fine like with Elden Ring because a lot of those enemies are spider vibes.
Yeah.
You're fine with Elden Ring?
I'm fine with spiders unless I'm in a confined area with them.
I think that's everybody.
Like, if I'm in a box and there's a spider crawling at me or something,
I don't think I've ever met a person who's like that.
If I have one, sometimes I'll let it crawl on me to try and get over the fear and stuff. But
okay.
I
enjoy it. There are 8 little legs crawling across my flesh.
Yeah. But I mean, when I see one, I just can't help but just, jump most of the time.
Are you fine with killing them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. I know people who, won't even get close enough to kill them. That's how terrified.
Yeah. I used to be like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You just kind of adjusted as you got older.
Yeah. And I mean, if it's a huge spider, I'm not getting close to that thing.
Yeah, I know.
If it's,
I'm not
this big.
Of spiders.
Or
crawling on me, but I don't see one and you know.
Yeah. Yeah. if it like crawls out from something I'm on top of, or like on my hand or something,
like up a broom or up a stick.
If I pick up a board in like a pile of boards or something and it crawls over my hand,
oh yeah, horrible.
Like instant reflex, my hand's going, it's getting thrown somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, instantly. I mean that's again though. I think that's everybody. I've never been a person.
Yeah, but a moth. If a moth lands on me, I'm fine with it.
Have you ever killed a moth?
Yeah.
You know the dust?
Yeah.
That multiplies.
That doesn't say
swallow. You don't
that you can't prepare it. Okay.
Then I would do a spider, and I'd get a tiny little spider, and I'd put it into a burrito. Then I'd eat the burrito, and I'd never know.
Or you could get a tiny little moth and put it into the burrito and not have to think about eating a spider.
Yeah, but you can get smaller spiders than moths.
I don't know.
I've seen a really...
What's the smallest moth in the world?
Well, I assume this is like in your area, and you can't like travel to the Amazon and catch the tiniest moth in the world just to eat it.
The Stigmata Maya.
Ooh, Latin.
Is 1 millimeter in length. So,
imagine like thick.
If I remember, it's like that.
You were able to get that size pretty quickly. You compared it to other things.
I have experience.
You have experience with small sizes.
A millimeter defeater.
Oh yeah. So it doesn't matter, okay? Anything else you'd like to say on the matter?
No, I'd rather eat a moth. I don't know.
I'd rather eat a spider.
Get a little crunch.
Yeah, but the
spiders, I feel like would be
like
mushy.
Like cinnamon powder, you probably cough.
It's not that much dust, pussy.
No, it gets worse. It's for when animals try to eat it. It multiplies. It's like mold.
You could boil it.
Boil the moth. You could boil it, yeah. Yeah, if you could prepare it, then it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. But
if you could prepare it,
if we're talking straight up,
I would understand if you do like a tarantula. You know, I know people eat that.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
They sell in tarantula meat.
Australia, I think.
You could buy it.
That's something awesome would do.
It comes in a can. I've seen it.
You should buy some.
Yeah.
You should buy some and eat it on the podcast. Vic, you're
not touching
that. Timeout Corner edition.
Dude.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill a box with a million spiders. I'm going to send it to you.
Because it still looks like a spider. Even though they've like
just taken
off.
Eyes. Oh, it's probably crunchy. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
I'm going to show you a picture of canned spider.
I would like you to. I will pull it up on the podcast. So that way the viewers can indeed see it.
Zebra tarantula.
Wow.
Let me.
This is black and white. Send it in the podcast channel. I'll look it up. Oh, now's a good time to tell the viewers about our Discord server that we have. It's a little self-promotion. We have a Discord server. It's joinable. That's about it.
There we go. I think it's that.
Oh, interesting. I do see that.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I don't.
Do you see the packaging?
That is horrible packaging.
The only thing to focus on is the spider on the cover.
Here you go, viewers. You can see right here. That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I would eat it if I was like paid to. But
can you imagine if you like stick a fork in there and then its legs just shoot out?
Imagine it's alive. Oh, that's together?
That's together.
No, dude, that's so much worse. I thought it was all separated like little peanuts.
It's an entire spider. It still has the eyes, I believe.
How's it cooked?
I don't know. I think they bake
cooked
it.
And dehydrated.
Cooked with a light dashing of salt.
Salted zebra tarantula.
For taste.
Yes.
I think there's videos of people eating it and stuff.
Yeah, you guys can look that up. I'm not looking at it. I don't want to.
This, like, even just watching it, I get you know.
If I'm ever in a store and I see it, I'm buying it. I'll eat it on the podcast.
Dude, that's terrible. There was a bug store that I went to. I forgot about it.
Have you seen those ones where it's like a lollipop and it's got like a scorpion in it?
Scorpion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried one?
No.
Neither have I. I've seen them. Same with like crickets, I believe, is another one that's pretty common. Seen them in like tourist shops primarily.
Yeah, the cricket chocolate and stuff I've seen before.
Cricket, I would do more than scorpion.
Crickets are pretty gross, man.
Or what?
Pretty gross.
They are, but not as gross as a scorpion, dude. This little claws.
I would eat a scorpion over a cricket.
Would you eat a scorpion over a tarantula?
Yeah. Something about scorpion shape. Just
a person over a tarantula?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would honestly like.
I've heard people.
If I'm a little hungry and I have access to human meat, because I got like seasoning and stuff. No, I'd cook it too.
Okay, I respect it. I would. Yeah. I mean, if it was legal,
it's like beef.
Yeah, I've heard it tastes like pork. I've heard it has the consistency of pork, but it tastes kind of like chicken.
Yeah. I mean, it's meat.
Yeah,
I'd eat it.
You just gotta think. You just gotta not think about it, obviously.
I'd think about it, dude. I don't care.
Oh yeah, it tastes like my Uncle Roger tasted.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'd take that over a spider any day, dude.
Man, yeah, I mean,
can you imagine just like cramming an entire tarantula into your mouth?
I personally don't have a moral problem with eating a person. I wouldn't go to the I wouldn't do it. But if
I'd go out to do it.
No, you hunt somebody. You just let him loose in a field. You got like a crossbow, dude. If it was a survival situation and the person was like, "Eat me," in a non-weird way, then I would respect their
weird or unweird, you know?
Yeah, I would just misunderstand. Oh, yeah, I would kill them. And no, I would wait till they're dead. Probably. It depends on how hungry I am. Actually, it depends on my mood. If I'm feeling a little bit silly, I might kill them first.
I feel like it would make like a pretty good steak, you know?
How would you season it?
Just go simple. You know?
For YouTube, if this is banned on YouTube, we're talking about this in a video game. It's a survival video game. We would never.
This isn't what we would do.
No, I would never touch a human, dead or alive. I don't even look at humans, to be honest. So yeah, this is not a video game that we're referring to.
What cut would you take?
Thighs.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a medium sport. Or like biceps, maybe. But I feel like biceps would be no, not a lot of meat. I mean, I guess it depends. We're talking
like, do you eat ribs? Like baby back ribs, dude?
Sometimes, not too often. I'm not like a massive fan. I don't hate them, but I'm not like, ooh, can't wait to have some ribs. I'm like, cool, ribs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel like
before we get demonetized from all the money we're not making. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm like trying to think of like the best cuts, you know? Because I would think the thighs for sure.
Are we talking internal organs also?
That's riskier, you know?
It is. We don't know what kind of lifestyle this individual lived. Could have been alcohol.
I would say liver would be probably the safest. And heart.
Liver? Is that not what filters at all?
No, that's the kidneys.
Oh, my bad.
Kidneys is blood. Liver is... forget what the liver does.
What about testicles?
I would not eat testicles, no.
Okay.
That's gay.
It is gay.
Testing
your gayness, you passed the test. You're not a gay person. You were not a homo, as they were referred to.
I feel like pecs. Pecs would be probably...
male or female?
Okay.
That's what gets iffy.
Male.
That's gay. No, I'm just kidding.
Male. It would probably be pretty tough, actually.
It would. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful, because like the biceps, for example, would be very lean. Especially if the person did any sort of working
out, yeah.
Moving on. This is a weird would you rather question. I found this and I was like, man, that's a little bit
weirder than eating people or tarantulas.
This is a different kind of weird. This is a weird which is like confusing. Okay. It's like all over the place. Would you rather perform ballet in concrete shoes or play soccer with no knees?
I would think ballet in concrete shoes.
Soccer with no knees.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, you have to have stiff legs, I'd assume.
Dude, I don't think you could walk.
I mean, it's like a peg leg, but 2 peg legs.
Yeah, have you seen somebody in like 2 broken legs try to walk?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Without crutches?
I can't say that I have.
Exactly.
They won't give it up.
Have you seen somebody in concrete shoes try to do ballet?
Nope.
Can you imagine it though?
I can imagine both.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like it would become its own style of ballet.
You gotta think about it though. Can you do ballet? Can you even do ballet without concrete shoes? You personally?
No, but it would become its own thing. I can make it its own thing.
It'd be sloppy intentionally.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, that is interesting. You'd be
and think of like how muscular and toned your legs would be afterwards.
Yeah, I can imagine your muscular and toned legs.
I don't have to imagine I'm naked right now, but you know.
Yeah, I know. I can see.
Top down.
Yeah, that's how you like to do it. Yeah, go balls out on the podcast. You see that as a little play on word 2 meanings.
What's the second meaning?
It's a slang term that would mean like going all out.
Oh, okay.
For example, like
I didn't understand that meaning.
Yes, it's literally naked, but also.
All right.
Anyway,
I don't understand that.
I didn't make the term.
I just confusing the other person, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. If it was like a war, and you're like, oh man, my enemies are fighting balls out, I'd be terrified.
Just see that dude.
Have you
Winnie the Pooh running at you.
Have you seen the Shane Gillis clip about gay Vikings?
I have.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It's so much worse. It's a good clip. Look it up if you dare. Would you rather have mud squelching between your toes or coffee dripping from your nose?
It didn't have to rhyme, but it did.
Dude.
Mud.
Why?
Coffee dripping from your nose, dude?
Endless coffee supply. You just let it run into your mouth.
Do you know how painful that would be? How hot is the coffee? Is this black coffee that's coming out of your nose?
Dude, I don't know. Both of these would you rather questions are so weird.
I would take the mud.
These have nothing to do with each other and make no sense. Who wrote this?
It said it rhymes.
Would you rather have mud squelching between your toes or coffee dripping from your nose? This is like a witch's riddle, dude.
I would take mud.
It's disgusting.
Mud is so much better.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Fair. So have I. I'm not a fan.
Silky, dude.
What?
Smooth and silky.
Your toes or the mud?
What consistency of mud are we talking about?
Squelching.
Because
so very
if it's squelchy, like very liquidy.
Yeah.
I would take that. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever lost your shoes in mud? I had an experience where
I have.
It's not a fun
You wouldn't have to worry about that because it's squelching between
in
your
your
toes.
shoes.
Without your shoes, dude.
No, this is at all times.
In your shoes.
This is you're feeling mud squelching between your toes at all times.
I would just go barefoot.
Why? There's no mud. It just feels like it.
Huh? Okay. Still go barefoot, but
You're just looking for an excuse to let them grippers shine. Oh man. Yeah. Any topics you'd like to bring up? Yeah. Conversation points. Just general.
Not on the spot.
Things to communicate about. That marks about hour and 15-minute mark, right? Like in 2 seconds.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. An hour and 15 minutes of rambling and one very, very sad topic.
Yeah. You just had to bring it back to mind. Each time I forget about it, you're just like...
Yeah. I'm just going to randomly text you.
Be depressed again.
3 a.m. You're just going to get the next...
Julio.
Julio. That's all I was going to say. Julio, ... Yeah. So yeah, thank you for listening to our one listener.
Good job.
This is episode 9, and we're still going strong, I would say. This was actually a good week on articles compared to the last 2 weeks that were pretty trashy.
Yeah.
We do have something cooking for episode 10. This should be a special one. Something a little bit different. So you want to tell all your family members, tell your grandma, tell your mothers, tell your weird uncle, tell your neighbor.
Plural.
Tell weird uncles. If your parents are gay, tell the one that would enjoy it more. If your parents are not gay, tell both of them. Shout out to Julio's family in their time of grieving. Thank you for working on that. Not thank you for working on the bridge, but thank you for risking your life and for working on the bridge, I guess. I don't know how to say that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye.